by Carlsbad Ford. Like them at Carlsbad Ford on Facebook.
Yes, exactly.
And good morning. We are back on the extended version of B and the Breakfast Club. Tom A. isn't here. All right, yeah. I'm right here.
I never left.
I am good to go, and really, it's good.
I'm shooting them. Chicken from TD's Barbecue. Oh man!
So TD's Brew and Barbecue, they got a brand new. Would you call them flavors?
Seasonings.
Just new TDs, brand new set of TDs.
There you go. And so, tell us a little bit of how did you get started in this business, man?
I like to eat.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much kind of where it went from there. I like to eat. I like to cook good food, and I like to watch people eat good food. So that's kind of where it kind of went to, you know.
You know, the crazy thing is that you were telling me about the New Mexico, green chili and cilantro, which is one of your new seasonings.
Yeah, the 3 chili cilantro is actually certified by the New Mexico Green Chili Association.
And we were talking about how, it's the process is very deep to get certified New Mexico true.
Yes, sir. Yeah. With the 3 chili cilantro, I actually had to be able to prove that all the chilies used in the 3 chili cilantro are actually grown here in New Mexico.
Wow.
They actually could narrow it down to basically the field and hatch that it comes from.
Really?
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's a pretty.
We were talking off the air that that really is important. That really is important because there's a lot of people trying to hijack New Mexico culture. I mean, look at Colorado. Our chilies are better than yours. Oh, shut up.
Yeah, and that actually used to be on the label was that the Centennial, the chilies used in this are far superior than the Centennials.
Yeah, and so and I feel the same way when I pick up a pack of crawfish and I go, Chinese, really? I don't want this. That's garbage.
Right.
And I mean, I'll pay $2 more a pack. And there was a big push years ago that to support your local, Louisiana. Fishermen. Mm-hmm. Same thing. Let's support New Mexico. Let's support what goes on in New Mexico.
Yeah, and that's why the 3 chili cilantro, it was so important to get it certified by the New Mexico Chili Association because being basically raised here in New Mexico, spent most of my life here, it was just something that I had to do to give back.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah, most definitely. I think that's... He's over there looking for his phone. Oh, I have no idea where. So we talked a little bit. I mean, you just love to cook, so you started coming up with different seasonings and that type of stuff.
Yeah, I really like fusion, man. I like same with the Atomic Pineapple. It's more of like an Asian style fusion barbecue sauce, and that's kind of where everything went. Is I traditionally will cook like your pork butts, your ribs, and stuff like that, but I like to put a different spin on it. Same thing like as with the Land of Enchantment Surf and Turf I did the other day, a video I put up on the Instagram and Facebook. A 1 pound lobster tail covered in green chilies and queso fresco and 3 chili cilantro. Like who has ever had green chilies on lobster? I know I hadn't.
No.
Up until that point, and I'll tell you right now, I will never eat it with anything else again.
No.
That was the best thing I've ever cooked.
So you kind of invented it, huh?
I guess, yeah, I guess.
That's too cool.
So, I mean, you've been at the fair, last year. A lot of people stopped by and talked to you, tasted your stuff at the Lee County Fair, and it's like, man, how do you get the, besides being on W105, how do you get the word out that, man, I got some of the greatest seasonings that you ever want to try?
Man, I spend a lot of time on social media. That's the one thing, man. Like these people that get famous, like taking pictures of themselves and selfies and stuff on social media. I'm going to tell you right now, those people are busy. Those people have got to be busy because I spend probably 40 hours a week, man. And I got 3 daughters and I got a full-time job. And then I still spend, this is my 3rd job, really. So, I spend a lot of time on social media and that helps a lot. I mean, that helps a lot, but I go to gun shows.
Sure.
I go to gun shows. People walk by, they got $40 left after they buy a gun, man. And they're going to come in and like, I got to take that. And then, I go to this weekend, I'll be at the Fiery Food Show in Albuquerque. I go to hot sauce festivals. I try to go to barbecue competitions, try to get out there as much as I can. And it's more just about, getting people to sample it right now, and then eventually at some point they're gonna be seeing the label. It's gonna pop back up, and they're gonna know what it is.
So I had heard rumors that you're working on some new outlets to purchase your products.
Yeah. For the past month, been in a couple meetings with the corporate buyers and stuff with the United Aldersons chain.
Yeah.
So the target market right now is actually in the radio area, which would be like Ruiz, Clovis, Roswell, Southeast New Mexico.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
I'm even over in Alamogordo. Probably a little over half a dozen stores or so with that, and that's kind of where we're at in like a limbo right now. I'm meeting with the store directors and getting with them, and they want to see like the demand. So if you're listening,
how can we push that, man? Go in the stores and ask for it.
Yeah, exactly. If you go in this, if you got a minute, go in the store, ask for the store manager. He'll and just ask him, say, hey, where can I get my hands on some TDs? Like, are you guys going to be carrying TDs? Is that a plan? I'll tell you right now, they've already talked to me, so they're going to know that I have already been there. So they're going to know what you're talking about. And that right there, the demand for it is what they're looking at right now.
So go in the store and just say, hey, I need some TDs, Brews, and Barbecue. Help me out here.
Yeah.
And if you are a regular shopper, they're going to listen to you.
Absolutely. And, especially Hobbs, Carlsbad, the guys at Hobbs were the guys that came to me.
Oh, really?
And said, hey, we want this in our store. And they put me in touch with the guys in the corporate guys. So that helps out a lot. That somebody actually came to me, heard it actually here on 105 in the afternoon, and said that he wanted to get it in the store because his competitors are selling it.
Right.
And that's kind of where we're at.
Yeah. And so tell us a little bit, Tom, what's your favorite seasoning?
Oh, man. And I was telling to her earlier, the carne sucha.
Yeah.
Which is, and I accidentally, see, I've got it on my stovetop, right? And accidentally I was making scrambled eggs one day, and it kind of, I had it open and some of it spilled onto the eggs. I thought, what tastes good on my barbecue when I put it on my pork chops and my chicken?
Life-changing. Right?
Yeah, and I just mixed it up in there. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's not just life-changing. It's also breakfast-changing, lunch-changing, dinner-changing, snack-changing.
I have to try it.
It's good, man.
Yeah, I got an 11-year-old, man, that she eats like 3 eggs a day and scrambled eggs, and she eats it with carne sutra all day.
Wow. So tell us a little bit about some of the new seasonings that you've come out with, and my favorite is the atomic pineapple.
Right.
And, I put that on ribs. I even put it on steaks. And people can think I'm crazy, but, if I'm in a rush, I'll put my steak in the air fryer.
Yeah.
And put it on there, and it makes it real, towards the end, I'll put it on there. It makes it real kind of crispy on the top.
Right.
Oh, man, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, anytime you can get a steak and you can get a high heat sear on the outside and lock those juices in, yeah, that's where it's at, man. That's how you cook a steak. There are different ways, but that's one of them. And the atomic pineapple is our best-selling sauce right now.
Is it?
And I mean, most of the stores that are actually stocking it are carrying about 2 cases of the atomic pineapple. They're doubled up on the atomic pineapple, and they're doubled up on the carne sutra. Those 2 items right there are the best-selling products that we have. And so hopefully pretty soon we can work in the other stuff. I did bring the Everything You Want bundle up on the website, which is one of each of the 9 products, which includes free shipping. And then I do have the new lineup of some of the new stuff, which the sadistic fruit bundle. These fruits like to inflict pain, and they'll sit there and they'll watch you burn, and they'll love every second of it. And that's the atomic pineapple, the habanero honey mango, and then the cherry chipotle. The cherry chipotle, as far as the heat goes, is going to be right around about the same as the atomic pineapple. I think it might be a little bit more, but you're going to get that cherry kiss in there, that wild cherry kiss, and that the smokiness from the chipotle peppers, which is a lot different than what the atomic pineapple is versus the sriracha and the red pepper.
Yeah. Now, I think your slogan is it's life changing, but now that I've eaten breakfast, I can do the deal for you.
Yeah, but the slogan is it's not just
changing.
Life changing; it's also lunch changing
and breakfast changing.
And breakfast changing.
Cut me a chick every once in a while.
Yeah, there you go. Well, and if you notice on that bottle, one thing, being from Lovington, New Mexico, and the support that I've been getting from the people in my hometown, you can read on the bottom of the bottle right here underneath the nutrition facts, manufactured exclusively for TD's Brew and Barbecue, Lovington, New Mexico.
There you go.
Right there on the bottle.
Made in Lovington.
Yep.
There you go.
And it's a plastic bottle, so you don't have to worry about cracking the
breaking
bottle.
Right. That's going to be more for the online store to help out with the shipping. The grocery stores and stuff that are carrying it, they'll still be carrying the glass bottles.
Okay.
It's just the glass bottles are easier to get out to those stores.
Sure.
But as far as shipping, man, it's harder to wrap a glass bottle and ship it than it is a plastic one.
What's the great American success story? No doubt about it. You keep doing this, you may have to buy out that hemp factory down there. Right?
Well, no, it's already being used. Yeah, it's already being used. So I can't do that. Yeah, man, I started out putting it in an empty Sailor Jerry liquor bottles. Like I would save all my liquor bottles and I'd make a big batch. And I would just fill it up, and I was giving it to my friends for Christmas, and my family, and stuff like that. Sure. And I mean, I didn't change the label. I just wrote Atomic Pineapple or Original Sauce or Southern Mustard on top of it, and then I would just give it out to everybody, and people kept saying that I should sell it. And it was just kind of one of those like whatever. And so then eventually, that's kind of where TD's Brew and Barbecue was born. I'm like, hand it to him. Like, here, I brought you some TDs, here, get you some TDs in your face, something like that. Just come up with crazy slogans and puns and stuff. And, I have fun with it. So that's the goal, is just having fun with it. Eventually, I like to barbecue, drink beer, and get tattooed.
So, the crazy thing is America's pastime is basically eating. Yeah. I mean, it is. So if you can get some food that actually, is good, I mean, that is our pastime.
Who put it on pizza, dude?
Yeah, I mean, the 3 chili cilantro, you treat it just like a hot sauce. It's just like a dry version of a salsa. Yeah. So, I mix it with some ranch, dip the pizza in it, or even just sprinkle it on top of pizza. It's great like that. I mean, like popcorn, French fries. Like I said, it is my New Mexico version of a Cajun style seasoning that you can season everything with.
Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. And you got something for everybody. If you don't like the hot stuff, because Tom is probably the only Mexican that I know it's too hot for me. I mean, serious. So basically,
that carne sucha was okay.
Yeah, I mean, basically, you got something for everybody.
Right. And the carne sutra is, an amped up salt, pepper, and garlic. Yeah. And it has the big chunks of garlic, the big chunks of pepper. And that's what a lot of the feedback I get is that people like is that. And, like I said, you season your popcorn, your French fries, your steaks, chicken, anything really. It's an amped up salt, pepper, garlic. And, to kind of let a little secret out here, the carne sutra, the way that you look at it, it is 100% the seasoning in all the sauces. That is the seasoning. Yeah, I just kind of came up with it by accident. I mixed it all together. I'm like, I wonder how that's going to be on a steak. Threw it on a steak and was like, wow. And then, and the carne sutra was born right there. And, coming up with the names, my buddies and I, that's kind of how they come up, man. It's like, it can't be called anything but carne sutra. Like now that you called it that, we, making love to your meat is an art form. And that's what the carne sutra does.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome. So, give the web address and where they can find you on Facebook in case we got listeners that are just searching you out.
Sure. You can go to the website. When you want to get your hands on some TDs, you can go to the website at tdsbrewandbarbecue.com. Make sure you spell everything out, or you can just hit the Google search bar. I think it's been hit enough within the past year that it will pop up. It will go up to the top. And then on Facebook, it's at TD's Brew and Barbecue. Again, spell it out just like on the web address. On Instagram, it's at TDS BREW BBQ.
And for you people listening from Vaughn, barbecue is BBQ.
Yeah, it's BBQ. It's BBQ.
I mean, just throwing it out there.
Yeah, wow. or if you or in my case, it also means the big burning question of the day.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So I mean, it just kind of fell into that. Like, how cool was that I come in here and talking to Russ, and then boom, that's available. Yeah, we can't do anything else but that.
Yeah, that's super, super, super cool. And just go to the website and check him out. I mean, he is a local New Mexico guy that is coming out with all the sauces and all the seasonings. And your passion is food, and you want to make your food better. Your friends will think you're really cool. No, seriously, they you break out the Atomic Pineapple, and they're going to go, oh my goodness. Yeah, I came up with that.
Yeah, there's just nothing like it. The taste of the Atomic Pineapple is just there's nothing like it. It's not just a barbecue sauce; it's a dipping sauce.
No, yeah.
And I mean, it's a lot of stuff I do, like the green chili pulled pork egg rolls. Dip in the atomic pineapples, like you mentioned. Your wife makes lumpia. My sister-in-law actually makes lumpia. My wife bought some recently, and boom, and we dip it. Dip the atomic pineapple. And
wow.
I mean, the heat is really low, but yeah, it's definitely been something that I wasn't expecting to be doing.
My wife makes this sauce, and it's sweet and hot at the same time. And for lumpia, it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. And when you travel to foreign countries, man, some of the mixture of that food, you go, "Are you kidding me?"
Mm-hmm.
But they go together. Right. And when you think of mango, I'm not a big mango. I don't like eating mangoes, but I can eat sauce and stuff with mangoes because it just takes on a whole nother. I'm just not a mango guy.
Oh man, I love my favorite fruit: pineapple, peach, and mango. Pretty much in that order.
Yeah.
I don't have.
anything, pineapple is.
I don't have anything peach yet, but that doesn't mean there's not something there that could come out
I mean, of course.
How about going down to one of the Hispanic grocery stores there in Hobbs and peddling that? Them folks like that stuff.
Yeah, I actually haven't been able to catch the manager there. I've been by there a couple times. I haven't been able to catch him. But I'm not going to stop trying. I mean, if anyone's listening and you got a place to sell it, you can definitely get in touch with me on I mean,
website, even the guys that are independently owned, they're in out of Roswell, that they own, the supermarkets. And I'm not giving them free advertising because they're not advertising with us. And I'm still ticked off. But they own all the the supermarkets in Roswell, Artesia, and I think one in Carlsbad. So, and they're independent; they can do what they want. There is no corporate, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Right, exactly.
And that those are the type of places that really, that you can probably get into, and because there's not the layers.
Right, and that's kind of the stuff that we've been that I've been targeting right now. Is the mom and pop shops, the meat markets and the hardware stores, they're all independently owned and stuff like that. Also, the grocery stores, in Artesia and Carlsbad and in Hobbs, even the workhorse, just, hey, let's see how it works. Let's see if we can sell it in the workhorse. And it's just it's another place that I got it available.
Yeah.
And then Burner's Appliance on Hobbs Leamington Highway, they started selling grills. And the guy actually bought the product at the fair, and then calls me up and says, "Hey, man, I'm selling grills. I want your product in here."
But it's good that the locally owned supermarket here in Lovington was probably one of the first to say, "Yeah, we want to do that for you."
Oh yeah,
I mean, Bob's is. I mean, they they're good people.
Yeah, huge thanks to the Jameson family, Bob's Supermarket here in Lovington, and also Higginbotham as well here in Lovington. I mentioned it to Brad at one point. I went to high school with him. But I mentioned it to him at one point, and he's like, "Yeah, man, as long as I can put it on the shelf, I got no problem helping you out." And to be honest, man, the amount of support that just the people that shop at Bob's Thriftway in Lovington that have given both of us, we're both local, local small businesses, and the amount of support just from the TD's Brew BBQ that we've gotten in there, started out with just the sauces. And then like 2 months later, we had the sauces and the seasoning. And then 2 months after that, we doubled everything up. Yeah. And then now you're talking like 100 and something products.
And that's a constant battle fighting for shelf space.
Yes, it is. And, after a couple months, at Bob's, we got prime shelf space. You walk into Bob's and you hit the barbecue sauce aisle. Pretty much about eye level. First product you're going to see for the first 9 rows is TD's Brew BBQ.
That's awesome. So, and that's great because you got local owned people that went to school together. Yeah, I want to help you out. That's the way things work.
Right, and it's great. It's same thing with like in Hobbs, the Kendall's Meat Market, same thing. We put it in there, and it was kind of slow at first, and then eventually it really picked up. And these oil guys, these salesmen and oil guys going in and picking up meats from these grocery stores and stuff, and then just grabbing that and taking it out to a location. And there's 50 guys out there on that location, and they're using something like this. So that really helps. The radio, a huge thanks to anyone in Lee County, Eddy County, in Southeast New Mexico, purchasing the product and, helping it get out there.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Tom, you got anybody sending your messages on text line?
No, not. But one said, I love your TD's brew. And he likes the cherry Chipotle.
Cherry Chipotle. Yeah, that's one of the new products. Yeah, that's the new product there.
So apparently, I might have to get me some on the way out.
You can read it on like a sweet and smoky wild cherry mixtape of the original sauce. Where there's smoke, there's fire with spicy smoked chipotle peppers and a sweet rock star kiss of wild cherry. Turn up the heat, crank up the sweet, and rock out with your TDs out.
There you go, buddy.
The wings or cherry chipotle?
Yeah, the wings. Yes. Yeah, the wings have the cherry chipotle.
One of them had the carne such on it.
Yeah, the drumsticks have the carne such. The flats have the habanero honey mango.
So try one of those on the air real quick, Tom. These right here.
Which one?
The habanero honey mango.
Yeah, go ahead. Hit it real quick. Now we got to go in a second, so don't waste my time.
Well,
go ahead. Go ahead.
And it's okay if you get it all over your face. It's probably been a while since you've had TDs all over your face, right?
So, which one is?
These are the habanero
pick
ones.
One.
The habanero.
Just pick one. We ain't got all day. Russ got to get in here.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't get into Tradio.
Oh my goodness. Oh, buddy.
What's the heat level on that?
There ain't no heat level.
All right. And then
you know me, I'm allergic to heat level.
Yeah, and I season them very low, very low. The more habanero honey.
And what happens is when you cook it, it kind of the heat kind of goes away.
Well, and that's one thing that's different with the habanero honey mango. It actually uses a granulated honey, and that's where it gets the sweetness from. And so whenever you put it on the meat, you kind of let it soak in a little bit, and that honey the honey crystals will basically turn back into a honey. So then when you cook it, and you can see like the char on it right there, that honey will basically burn as a crystallization again.
I love that.
Get a nice crunch on it. Like
I love that.
Meat creme brulee.
There you go. So give the website again so people can go and check it out on the website. And follow him on Facebook too.
Yeah, we actually just surpassed over 3,000 followers or something like that on social media. So thank you guys for that. You can get your hands on some TDs at tdsbrewandbarbecue.com. Make sure you spell everything out. TDs Brew and Barbecue on Facebook and TDs Brew BBQ on Instagram.
There you go. Thank you for stopping in. Thanks for feeding us. Russ Black, Tradio coming up next. We're being the Breakfast Club. We'll see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6 a.m. It's already 9:32.
Fox News. I'm Jill Nato. The